All right.
Hello, everybody.
Mm-hmm. So,
Uh, welcome.
we didn't discuss
I
who would
just
start
realized we
this.
didn't decide who was going to do what.
Congrats, you're introducing now. Go for it.
No, no! Oh man, we planned this out so well. Hi, everybody. Welcome to another Toonkind at 12 frames per second. My name's Deedee Flowers, also known as Deedee. We planned this out so well, and joining me today is the talented, wonderful, amazing, hilarious. Gonna keep going unless you say something.
No, you can keep going.
Okay, you're smart, you're funny, your art is so very, very good. I like hanging out with you. You crocheted that one Kraken that was really neat. Um, I'm running out of words. Help. I need to, like.
I'll put you out of your misery. It's me, Kraken. Oh, man. And I am playing Admiral Abbigull for the first time since my voice dropped, so this is going to be fun.
It's fine. Abigail just had a frog stuck in her throat.
Exactly, that's exactly it. Speaking of frogs, who are you playing?
That's right. I am playing my frog dad to be exact, Phileap. He's here to be menaced.
It seems to be all he's here for these days, huh?
Yeah. Can't say I'm disappointed with this turn of events. I love menacing my frog.
Speaking of your frog and menacing, Philippe, it is yet another aesthetically gloomy day in Halloween Town. It is never quite a bright and sunny day, but it's nice. I would consider it nice. Philippe's been here for probably a few weeks minimum. How is Philippe adjusting?
You know what? I think he's doing better in terms of like not being scared of everyone. He's mostly just scared of one person now, and that person is a certain monkey who may or may not be like have been continued menacing him for recreational purposes. But in terms of like getting along with in the town, he's been doing better. He's mostly just been afraid of one monkey.
Fair enough.
Actually, I might roll a survival to see like how well he gets been going along and actually walking around in Halloween Town because
You know what? Do it. What's Kara feeling like today? Who's Kara picking on?
Fun fact, he has a -1 in survival.
Fantastic.
Oh, he's not too bad. He's got an 11.
All right. Well, Philippe, if you have a destination in mind, you're not going there fast, but you're not horrifically lost, and you're probably not in distress over it either. All things considered, this is probably a win.
Yeah. Honestly, I think he's got it at the point where it's like he's getting kind of numb to being lost, and it's like, you know what? This is fine. Like, Kara's not been that mean to me lately. I like to imagine like he's like probably communicated with her and the spookies at least more than once. So it's like he's becoming a bit more acclimated to this new environment. So, you know what? It's fine. Even if he's lost, it's not too bad.
Nice.
He might even be starting to relax a bit.
Oh, Philippe, what a mistake. Roll a perception.
Oh boy. Guess what else he has a -1 in? Oh, 12 and only 12, I guess. So that's an 11, like 12 -1, that's 11.
Okay. Well, Philippe, it is a pleasantly overcast day in Halloween Town and everything is great.
Mm-hmm.
I'm now going to roll Abigail's -1, which is
Man.
Dex.
The sun is shining, the birds are singing, and Abigail is a horrible seagull.
That's exactly it. So, good news. Phileap, you get no warning, but roll me a dex as you hear, a raucous squawk behind you approaching from above rapidly.
Alrighty. Oh no! Oh boy. So that was a 9. Dex save?
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, that's an 11. 11 and only 11.
Oh boy, we're beginning to see a pattern here.
Yep.
So, Phileap, you get no warning as a white blur of a bird seems to drop out of the sky out of nowhere, zooming over your head. And the good news is she managed to miss knocking into you. The bad news is you're so startled by this near miss anyway that you don't quite fall on your butt, but you're definitely spinning around and stumbling over.
Yeah. It's probably like an instance of like, what was that? And his noodle limbs kind of go flailing, and like there's probably like a dust cloud as like he's like spinning around confused, and by the time the dust settles, like his limbs are kind of tangled up in each other.
Phileap has ended up like this. Meanwhile, Abigail, for all her flying is not graceful, by this point is just standing in front, back straight, grinning like she meant to do that all along, absolutely unruffled. That was a perfect landing. As always, what are you talking about? She's ready to go.
I mean, I believe her. Oh, Captain, ma'am, sir. How are you? Should I salute? I don't know what the procedure is. I'll try to salute once I get my arms free. And he tries to unravel his like noodly arms.
They're like wrapped 3 times around himself.
Yes, exactly.
Well, Mr. Longlegs, I ain't your captain, but hold on one moment. She's just gonna start hacking and coughing. Maybe it's because of the dust cloud. But if
Are you okay, Captain?
One moment. The final cough seems to shake herself and go, oh, man. Oh, that was a nasty one. All right, I think that was just a frog in my throat.
Phileap makes a face.
Oh, it's just a figure of speech. All right, Mr. Longlegs, you got anything to do? No? With me. Hop to it. Spin around and start marching away.
What do you mean? What?
Come on.
He hops along, legs still, tangled. Actually, I should probably roll a dex, see if he can untangle himself.
Go ahead and do that.
Hubble, get out of my dice tray. Bubba. Thank you. Oh! That's a 2.
I feel like Abigail's walking away
roll.
and she just hears thud.
Yep.
Turns around, he's on the ground.
Yep. He just looks up at her like, help?
Head ticks to the side because this... It's not hurt. It's not like something like Cure Wounds is going to do anything. Like, all right.
Did you just hold my legs down?
You know what? I'll do you one better. I've untangled many a knot in my life. Hold still.
What?
I guess Abigail... Would this be a dex for Abigail to try and untangle him herself?
Oh. mean,
Or
how
is it
high
like
is okay? I mean, Dex would
intelligence?
work, but also how high is Abigail's intelligence? Because like intelligence would be funny.
Intelligence would be funny. It's a flat 0.
Oh yeah. Intelligence for how to unknot the knot.
Excellent.
And if you don't mind, I think Philippe's gonna try roll a contexting Dex because he doesn't like the sound of that.
It's like if we wanted this to be nice, she could do medicine, which is a nice fat +6, but she doesn't see this as a medical issue. This is a like problem-solving issue. So intelligence it is.
Excellent. I'm gonna try and roll. Like I think Philippe's gonna try and roll Dex to get away. Like, no, Captain, wait. I don't think that's gonna be how it works.
Do it.
And that's a 5.
Oh my god.
I think he just tangles himself up more.
Come on now, you're making it worse. Hold still. And Abigail rolled a 6 on her intelligence. I think that's bad enough. She's gotten slightly entangled with. This
Exactly.
guy's limbs keep going forever. Does this frog have bones?
You know what? It's debatable.
Before she knows it, she's got like a leg and an arm stuck in there.
My gosh. Yeah, I think like she's tangled upside down compared to like Philippe's like maybe right side up or vice versa. It's like ow. That's not how my legs are supposed to go. Captain.
No. See, you gotta go like around the burrow and under the loop and... Wait, no. That's from left hand. And before either of them know it, they're just in a heap on the ground.
Oh, God, they're like basically like tied up just like back to back. Philippe's face smooshed onto the ground. I don't think that's just gonna work. Okay, hang on. I got an idea. And I'm gonna try to roll one more dex just to see if he can get his thumb, like his mouth. Words? If he can get his hand loose, because he's done this before.
Oh my god.
Well, that's a 5, so that's a 7.
Jesus Christ.
I think he like gets his foot on mistake, and I'm like, that's not what I was looking for. I mean, I guess this will work. I'll try one more time. I don't want to put my foot in my mouth.
I mean, I'd be impressed if you could.
Oh my god, that's a 9.
These new dice ears are working great, gotta say.
They are. I mean, I'm having fun. For context, I'm using my birthday dice, my frog dice that I got. They're working great. Man,
alive.
Okay. I got an idea. Captain, can you reach my thumb? Or either of my hands?
Gonna kind of squint like, yeah, I think so. What you got?
Okay, this is gonna sound weird, but like, you know, like how you blow up a balloon and it kind of inflates and gets back into shape?
Just absolutely starts cackling.
Nah.
You got
Phileap turns purple.
Purple. Oh.
Because he blushes purple.
Oh, that's cute. Abigail is going to try and do that, and she has a backup plan in case this doesn't work, but she'll try and reach it. Athletics? It's Dex? We'll go Dex.
Yeah.
Which is a nice fat -1. Bird old and creaky.
Understandable.
13? It's like the
I'll
Best roll
take it.
so
Like,
far.
I mean, I'll take it. I would have taken anything above a 10 at this point.
Well,
So yeah.
she manages to get a hold of, she thinks it's a thumb. It's certainly a digit from a hand,
Uh-huh.
and it's balloon blowing time.
Yeah, you hear the sound of like balloons inflating, and there is a pop, and suddenly you are both lying on the ground, separated.
Fusion is just a cheap tactic to make a weak gem stronger. And she is just like, Wing reaches out, slaps Phileap on the chest like, good show, you know what? That's a good omen. That's exactly the chutzpah I'm looking for, and is going to hop up. Alright, now if you can keep all your limbs in their proper places, follow me.
Can I ask why?
You certainly may, but come along, come along. There's only so many hours in the day, and I have a lot planned for you.
He gets up, he follows along reluctantly. Can I roll an insight?
Absolutely.
He just kind of wants to see, like, if this is a crime-related thing or something else. Because he remembers
that's a fair question, honestly.
Yeah. Oh, my dice are working great. That's a 7.
You can't read this bird for shit nor dick. She gives off the exact same vibes. Well, okay, I say that, but Phileap's mostly seen her in times of, like, actual distress. So versus any of that, she's just completely chipper, spring in her step, absolute surety in her movement, and she's just going to start going off. Now, I do hear the gossip about town, and it seems like you had a little bit of a run-in with a certain detective,
Phileap freezes. You know about the detective?
Oh, I know about the detective. Fun one, she is very determined. But, now here's the thing. Mr. Poisson-Darte. No offense to you, but I think you could have given her a bit more run for her money. So I just think we can toughen you up a little. I think between that and what I've seen, yes, we are going to give you a little bit of coaching, get those muscles working, courage up, yes. It's going to be good.
Okay. I'm just going to roll something real quick. Ooh, that's a 15. Phileap turns on his heels and walks the other direction.
What? Hey now.
And he is booking it.
What? Hey. Abbigull's gonna follow up. Hey.
Nope. No, thank you. No, thank you, Captain. No, thank you.
Now you hold on. And Abbigull is going to cast... Where is it? And... there it is. Phileap, please make a strength saving throw.
Oh, boy. Absolutely. That's a 0, so that'll be fun. Oh my god, are you kidding me? That's a 17!
I love this. Incredible. Perfect. Phileap, you are speed walking away from this bird when all of a sudden, grasping weeds and vines suddenly shoot from the ground you are walking over, and they try to tangle you in place.
Oh.
And you just say no.
It's like...
You were strong enough to rip your way out of there, or did you just frog leap?
I think he does. Like, I want to say, like, he lets it out. Ah, nope, no. And then he jumps and, like, books it.
That's the spirit. Yes, that is what we like to see.
Oh, I don't like this at all. And he's gone from power walking to straight up running.
We're skipping a bit ahead in the proceedings now. I did have a whole theory component prepared for you because I know how you wizards are, but we can skip straight to the physical.
Oh, physical!
And she is taken to the air and is flying after you.
Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, again! And he's running.
Oh my god. We might enter turn-based initiative here, I guess. Abbigull just did a thing. Phileap, how would you like to lose this bird? Or get yourself out of this situation or do something?
I think he's gonna try and, like, get out of the line of sight. So, like, he might try and go, like, towards a building or, like, a crowd where he can kind of get lost in the... Actually, no, that's a lie. He can't get lost in the crowd. He's bright blue.
He's stick out so much in this town, Phileap.
No, yeah. Oh, God, what is he gonna do?
Your neon colors, essentially.
Yeah, he sticks out like a sparkly set, like a stoplight. Like, oh god, oh, I know what he's gonna do. He casts Silent Image.
Oh, smart.
Yeah, he casts Silent Image and is like, nope, I'm not doing this. And he casts a double of himself, and the double is going to go in the opposite end of town, and while he goes in one direction.
Man. So, I don't know if there's a specific save associated with that, like, to tell which is the fake. I don't know if Silent Image has that built in.
Let me see.
Quickly gonna load it on myself.
I'll see, it's concentration up for 10 minutes. Physical reaction reveals it. A creature that uses its action to examine the image can determine if it's an illusion with a successful intelligence or investigation check. So the DC for the spell is 13. So
well,
if you beat a 13, then like
flat 0 intelligence. Let's go.
Yeah. Oh, dang.
Does I don't know, 14 beats it.
Oh, yeah, it's a 13. It beats it. It barely beats it, but it beats it.
God.
Man.
I feel like the tell is that Silent Image doesn't make sound. Phileap is still very much probably quietly going, no.
That's it exactly. It's like, oh god, no. Oh. And the Silent Image is maybe just like mouthing the words but not saying anything.
Fantastic.
So yeah.
Abbigull's almost fooled. She's almost. But not quite. Oh. Very nice. Love to see it, but you're going to have to do a bit better than that. Now. Abbigull is... Fucking through with clerics is that they have all their spells on the list all the time. There's so many spells. But... what is your save for this? Each creature must... Okay, hey Phileap, it's another strength save.
Oh no. Let's see. With this... Oh, that's much better. That's a 5.
Fantastic.
I say much better because I want this frog to suffer, TM.
Well, Abbigull has cast a Gust of Wind, which means big ol' blast of air has slammed into Phileap and is now pushing him in a particular direction that Abigail wants, which it should be noted, Phileap might notice. I think Phileap would have to roll some kind of perception to notice where he's being pushed, but he is now been pushed off course and specifically 15 feet in the same direction as the wind.
God, he's like a plastic bag in the wind. Like, oh, what is happening? Okay, let me roll a perception. Like, man, I want to say, like, I don't know if he's... I would say he's trying to pay attention, like, get his bearings. His passive perception is a 9, though, so...
Oh my god, that's worse than... Oh my god.
Yeah. Let's make a perception check. Well, that's a 6. So he's not seeing anything.
No. Too busy, trapped in, oh god, not again. Why me? Why this?
He's flashing back to, like, the first job he did as a janitor. Where Terp, like, created a dust devil in, like, the convenience store, and the same thing happened.
God.
Why does this keep happening?
Now,
He's
I just quickly
rocketed off to space.
He is to space, or to a particular space.
Man, where does this frog land?
Well, Abigail was slightly strategic in her approaching this frog, is that he was not actually far from the direction where the squabble is tied to dock or anchored. So he has been pushed that way, which does take Phileap slightly out the edge of town into an open area, which, because he's been uncontrollably pushed by the gust of wind, reading this description, dexterity saving throw, Phileap.
Oh boy. Oh, I dropped my dice. Oh, but it landed on a... Did it land on a... No, it landed on a 7. So that's a 9. Like, does he land flat on his face with that?
No.
Oh.
Actually, what happens is Phileap has been pushed off course, has stumbled over, a bit of ground that looks like anywhere else in this slightly open area, except for the fact that it feels like something cinches around his feet and hoists him upside down into the air.
Oh,
Abigail
no.
prepared a magical snare. Magical snare spell.
He's bouncing around on the string by his ankles?
Yes.
Oh no. It's like, ah! I think he's like, just every time he bounces, gets close to the ground, you hear the screaming like, no! And bounce. Oh, stop it! Until eventually, like, he stops spinning.
And as he does, Abigail comes to a land, and because I make it a thing for her, she has to roll dex every time she makes a landing. Okay, it's a little rougher than last time, but it still works. She doesn't, like, fall. It's just a little stumble run as she lands, and she now plants herself in front of Phileap because he's still spinning a little, and she's actually going to cast Calm Emotions for this.
Oh.
So that'll be a charisma save for Phileap.
Okay.
Unless he, for some reason, in the circumstances, decides to purposely fail, but...
No, I don't think so. I don't think he's not in a place to purposefully fail.
No. Charisma save.
Well, that's a 6. So he fails, I'm assuming.
Yep. All right. Now, Phileap Poisson-Darte, you listen to me.
What
now.
is happening?
Well, I mean, we still got started a bit earlier than I intended. I intend to give you the full brief the full brief and rundown before actually running you through any sort of course like this, but you know what? This works. Your initiative is admirable, kid.
What? Is this still happening when he's upside down?
Yes, he's absolutely still in the snare.
Haha, excellent. So yeah, he's staring at upside down Abbigull, like, initiative? What? What's going on?
Kid, now this is no particular critique on you as a person, but I have noticed that you're a bit of a nervous sort. Bit twitchy. Which is a little unfortunate when something like a certain monkey decides to interrogate you some now. I like to think that I am pretty good on the courage, the confidence. And I thought I could pass that along to you. So I guess the lesson started early, but here we are.
Wait, hold on. Are you training me to fight the detective?
I'm not training you to fight the detective. I'm training you to have a spine. As demonstrated earlier, kind of like pokes his back, and I think the whole frog wibble wobbles. As demonstrated earlier, I'm not entirely sure you have bones. Not entirely sure you have a spine. But you can have a metaphorical spine, and we're going to build that up.
I think he's kind of speechless, like, staring at Abbigull.
Now, you're going to be a good boy and cooperate, and, you know, I'll give you a treat. We can do the theory portion.
Theory portion?
Theory portion of courage building.
Do you want to roll an insight?
Absolutely. I would love to. What is your insight? It's been so long. My God, I love a positive modifier. It's 10.
Well, maybe it's because he's upside down.
Yeah, doesn't help.
But you can't... I think all you get is that he is surprised and just completely baffled. There is so much confusion.
Pats his face.
Like, you know, this frog talks... Oh, sorry, what were you gonna say?
Just pats his face.
The bafflement grows.
Come along now. Any friend of Jackie's is now a friend of mine. And I can't have you being menaced by the monkey like that. So, let's come along back to the squabble. And we're going to get this started.
Phileap looks at Abbigull, looks at the snare around his froggy feet. And I think he realizes, and I think he says this out loud, is like, I don't have much of a say in this, do I?
Abbigull kind of makes like a seesawing motion. I'd like you to at least give it an honest go. And she's going to snap her fingers and the spell ends and...
Yeah, he lands with a plop, like, Gah!
Yeah.
Gah. Right. Okay. Alright. Let me get up. Let's get this over with.
Good man. Gonna start walking again.
Please tell me she drags him behind her by his foot.
You know what? If you'd like to say that, then she absolutely will. Phileap makes no move of making up. That's what she'll do.
Yeah, I think he's taking too long. Like, he's trying to, but he's got the wind knocked out of him.
And I'm gonna roll strength to see how well that goes, / how long it takes. It's not fast. With an 8, Abigail is determined, but it's not fast.
Yeah. I
Smash
feel
cut.
like
What's Phileap?
I think
State
Phileap
then.
just lets this happen.
Smash cut to inside the salty squabble where Phileap has been sat inside a room which has had the lights dimmed and there's now a projector throwing so far blank screen on the wall and Abigail is standing there with a pointer. All right.
Okay.
Phileap also has
I
a glass
think
of water
he
in front of him.
Oh, no, you can go first. Sorry.
Phileap has had a glass of water put in front of him.
Good. Let this frog stay hydrated. I also want to say, despite his protest, I think he does have like a notebook and a little pencil. So he can take
Incredible.
notes. He's a nerd. He's gonna take notes.
See, at least Abigail did take into account that he is a nerd.
Yes.
She prepared a PowerPoint.
Yeah. I love her so much.
Stick thwops against the sheet against the wall that the images commissioner is like, all right, toughness 101. Click, slide changes. Toughness is mental, smacks the word. Physical, smacks. And emotional, smacks.
Phileap is writing this down, still looking at Abigail with confusion. Toughness is physical, mental, and emotional. Right.
It's a state of mind. Taps her own skull. Because, I mean, let's look at me for a moment, wing spread. I am old. I am old, I'm not going to lie. I am slightly brittle, though HP is honestly not doing too bad. I am still kicking, but the fact of the matter is, I am not someone toting around exceptionally big arm guns like barbarians and the like. But I am still tough. Why do you think that is? Point stick at Phileap.
Because you're a powerful cleric and also very terrifying.
Why am I terrifying?
Powerful magic? Big ship that you're in charge of?
Yes. Those are things you'll think I have. But, like, anyone can have a big ship, or there are many spellcasters in the world, but many of them are also wimps. What do I got that other people might not?
You don't take no for an answer?
It's kind of part of it. Abigail's gonna click to the next slide, and you know those, like, cheesy animations where, like, the words spin around and stuff before they solidify?
Oh my god, yes! Oh my god. Early 2000s PowerPoint presentations?
That's exactly it.
Yes! Oh, yes!
Overabundance in, like, animations, and the words that spin onto screen one at a time, timed with, like, wax of her stick. It's just like, the baseline secret that it all boils down to is I believe in myself. Confidence is the key to toughness.
I think Phileap is, like, nodding along, but he, is not, like, saying anything. I don't know, like, how well, like, Abigail's paying attention to Phileap, but do you want to roll another insight?
I would love to. This lesson is for him. She's going to try and pay attention to her student.
True.
6, Abigail.
Oh, no!
The room's
Man,
dark.
we are rolling so well. It is dark. Yeah, he seems to be nodding along and seems to be getting what she's going at. Like,
So far, so good. She doesn't know if it's sinking in But she nods to herself like, all right. This seems to be a track that's at least hearing. Now, you and I, not the same, points at Phileap. We are both spellcasters, as you said, and you, as far as I've seen, are not half bad yourself, and yet, one monkey detective coming at you scares you. Now, I'll be granted, she is fierce.
Oh, sorry, ma'am.
No, this is a free-to-speak classroom.
Well, it's just... I mean, it's not just a detective. That's the detective. That's the detective stagehand. That detective is one of the greatest detectives in, like, the whole country. And they know things. They could know lots of things that I probably don't want people to know about. Not, and he looks down, kind of,
And this is exactly why you cannot let her bully you.
I mean, I don't think she's bullying me.
Abigail gives him a look.
He's looking away. I think that's how she cares. I don't know.
You're not wrong. Bullying might be the wrong word. Playing. She's playing with you. There's the word.
Yeah.
You're the chew toy.
Cicely does.
But you're also Phileap Poisson-Darte. You can bite back. Yet you don't. So, we're here to just see if we can find that bark in you. Get that bite going.
Captain, I am not a dog. I can't bite. I don't really have teeth to speak of. I'm mostly jelly, I think, and he wiggles an arm and it wobbles.
What are you saying? You got magic. You got also stuff I bet you don't know about. I mean, like, bright blue as you are, who knows? You might be venomous for all I know.
Do you want to roll another insight?
Would love to. 17.
Oh, you definitely see he, one, I think you get that he's, like, paying attention but also not believing a word you were saying, but when you say venomous, he flinches and he's looking down on the ground.
Oh, are you now?
No, I'm not. I'm not.
You have
and
the
I think
capacity to be? But, See, now
no,
there's something you can use.
Captain, no! And please roll another. I mean, do you want to roll another insight for that, or just go off the 17?
I feel like we can roll up 17 because it's so close, and, what is she now picking up?
He looks kind of angry and legitimately upset.
Aha. Which,
You
good
struck
news.
a nerve.
Hands go up, and she actually physically backs off a step, even though they're fairly far apart, because Philippe's at a table and she's at the front with the PowerPoint. She's like, all right. So maybe you are, maybe you aren't. Maybe you can or maybe you won't.
Oh. Huh.
This does lead into something... Actually, this leads into the exact next bit of the slide. Click, whir. And the words spin out. Knowing your limits. Now, see, there's a difference between knowing your limits and actually just giving up whenever a problem comes. And the problem, to me, seems like you do far more of the latter.
I mean, I don't like to fight people. And actually, Kraken, can I give you one more thing off of that 17?
Yes.
He looks surprised that you backed off. Like, pleasantly surprised.
Aw.
Like, he's not used to people listening to him.
Oh, honey.
Yeah. It's fine.
This is fine. This is good. This is, an indication of good things in Philippe's life.
Mm-hmm. Positive role models.
Only positive role models.
Exactly. Only ever.
There is a line to be drawn. Now, from what you've been putting out already and what I've seen, you're plenty aware of many of your limits. For example, you're a wizard. You're not going to be solving your problems by bench pressing them away. You know this, I know this. This is all good. But you're also, as stated, a wizard. A fine wizard. You are plenty capable, and yet, taps. The words.
I gently pat you.
Taps stick on beak. Forgive me for my critiques here, Mr. Longlegs, but it seems like you would rather give up than try.
It's just... It's not that I don't want to try, I don't like fighting. Especially when I know I'm not gonna win.
This ain't just about fighting. This is about anything one can encounter in life. Yes, there's physically beating people up. But there's also just... Fine, if you're going to phrase it as fighting...
Off a bit.
Oh. If you're going to phrase it as fighting, then it's not just beating people up. There's also, fighting to be heard, fighting for your voice, fighting for doing what you want when you want.
Oh.
Confidence ain't just about fighting. It's about being heard.
Huh. I keep making you roll insight, but do you want to roll another insight?
I would love to keep rolling insight. And get a 19.
Oh, I think you realize that's resonating with him. Like...
Aha, bingo. She's cracked it.
I guess I never thought of it like that.
Courage ain't just running Leroy Jenkins into the fight. 'Cause if you don't know your limits, smack, smack, smack the screen.
I think he, jumps with each smack.
That gets you in trouble. It's the balance, see?
Okay.
So confidence then comes from knowing your limits, but also knowing your abilities. It's knowing what you can do and knowing what you might just be able to pull off if you nail it.
He looks kind of, God, I don't know if there's another word for this, but kind of enchanted. Like, oh man, this sounds... He's kind of getting swept up in this idea. Like, oh wow. This sounds pretty cool, actually.
And Abigail is just pleased as punch, grinning, because aha, all right, it took some rough start, but all right, she's found the tack that will work with this kid.
You have found the tack.
Righty-ho. Now, all that, admittedly, takes practice, and sometimes you overestimate yourself. I will admit, I have definitely overestimated myself before. You could argue that I have had, may still continue to have, a bit of the opposite problem. Overconfidence. There's a happy middle to be had. We're going to get you back up more towards that middle. Now, on that point, we're going to switch things up slightly. That was a bit of the theory. We're going to, what do you call this? Click to the next slide. There is a picture of a knife on screen.
No. I think if there's a desk, he's jumps behind it.
Ah, that's what I was afraid of.
You're going to dissect me?
What? No, that's not the angle I was going for at all. You think I'd do that? Goodness gracious.
Why the knife?
The knife, because you're so obviously afraid of fighting people and knives show up in them. Now, here's what we're going to do. These next slides have some pictures of some stereotypically scary things, and we're just going to click through them. They're just images. Think of it as a bit of exposure therapy. We're going to assess your fear.
Okay. He slowly crawls up from like his hiding place. Just exposure therapy? Just pictures?
Just pictures. Cross my heart, hope to die.
I'm gonna roll an insight on Abigail.
Do it.
Oh, come on. That's a 5.
Would you like advantage?
Yes, please.
Take it.
Please. Oh no!
Is that a nat 1? Is that what that is?
That was a dirty one.
My
That
God.
was a 2 minus 1. God damn it.
This bird has indeed, true to her words, crossed, a feather finger over her heart. She could be the teller of the truth. She could also equally be absolutely lying, and this is just another one of her sneaky, tricksy tricks. Because, Phileap, you've gotten at least the impression that this bird is about sneaky, tricksy tricks, and this might be another one.
He's like, oh man, this is a trap. This is absolutely a trap. Nope. I did this before with Mar and with the detective. Nope, can't do this again. He kind of is backing away.
Phileap, unfortunately, you will find if you try the doors, they are locked. Which
Oh,
does not
no,
help.
that's not-
Does not help.
No, it doesn't. I think he's like backing away, puts his back to the door, tries to turn the handle behind him, and it's like you just hear the jiggle of the handle, and his like increasingly panicked expressions, like, oh no, no.
Phileap. Pinky promise.
I think he's gonna blink at that. You actual pinky promise?
She will hold out a hand, pinky extended.
Oh. Do you want to roll another insight?
I love this. 17. She's gotten a lock on this frog.
Man, I don't think he was expecting that. I think with the 17, you get the impression that he was expecting you to quote-unquote promise and then completely go back on your word. And the fact that you're willing to do a pinky promise, which is a very serious, very this gives there are stakes if you break a pinky promise. That says something. He wasn't expecting you to put yourself on the line for him, of all people.
Considering the way he's reacting, it was, the surest way to get across it. She's legit for serious. Does not intend to harm.
No, yeah. He doesn't know what to do with this. This is very much... man, I think, with the 17, you get, the feeling that, he doesn't know what to do with himself. It's, every time he, thinks he knows what's going on, you're flipping the script on him. But I think he, gulps audibly, and he, locks pinkies with you.
And she shakes it up and down once. Very decisive.
And the bond is sealed. The pact is sealed.
The pact is sealed. Entire idea behind this section is pictures. They don't harm you none. Well, okay, perhaps if you are highly, highly traumatized by a particular thing, they might trigger something. If that ends up accidentally being the case, my apologies in advance, and that will be a note for future. It is not intended to be so, but encountering something scary in a harmless context can prep you to handle it later when it actually shows up for real. Capiche?
Yes?
Please note,
I guess
Abigail
that
is
makes
absolutely not a
sense.
licensed therapist. She is just making this up as best she can. Disclaimer.
Yeah. Man. Like, I think Phileap in the back of his head is going, that doesn't sound right, but I don't know enough about, like, phobia therapy to dispute it. So,
She's just making this up as she goes along, and, like, it sounds right, right?
yeah, I mean, it sounds right. Phileap's just gonna go along with it. And if it's too much, we can stop, right?
Then yes, we can stop. You say the word.
Okay. Okay.
Now, you ready for some spooky spookums images?
As I'll ever be.
Excellent. Click. There is now a skeleton on screen.
Oh boy. Man. Now that he knows it's coming, should I roll, like... Man, would it be like a wisdom save? Like...
Sure. And there was one more spell I had in my back pocket, which might have accidentally been almost. Where did it go? Motivational speech does give a person advantage on wisdom saving throws.
Oh, excellent.
Casting time of 1 minute. So during all that, Abigail absolutely could have been casting motivational speech.
Oh, that's a good spell. I love that.
Phileap also has 5 temporary hit points.
Oh, that's so good. You said wisdom save?
Yep.
Okay. You know what? That was a 3. I'm gonna switch
Take
to the bot.
advantage.
I am, yeah. I think I'm gonna switch to the bot after
I'm
the
so
after
sorry
this
these
5.
dice are cursed.
I don't know what's going on, but that sure is happening. Okay, what's the roll for this guy? Is it just the exclamation point D20?
It's exclamation R space D your dice. So if I put it in quotation marks, I think it won't roll it.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
All right. Oh, that's much better.
That's much better. A toony skeleton appears on screen. In fact, it looks like a picture of the one that led you into the manor.
Oh my gosh. I can't remember what's his name? Martin or like
I think it was Mark.
can't remember. Mark, that was it. I think he flinches a little bit, but also like, oh, it's Mark.
That guy. It's like, all
Yeah.
right. All right, better, because I seem to remember you, granted, I wasn't proper conscious during that whole thing, but you seemed a bit spooked.
I mean, I did get lost in a crypt. That didn't help. I don't know how I ended up underground. How did that... I mean, I know how it happened, and he kind of gives a kind of a sidelong glare towards the town, because that was Kara, that was mean.
It should be noted, the lights are dim, but yes, there are, like, portholes. Yes, Phileap can't see the town.
I still don't know how I ended up underground, but Mark was nice.
Mark does seem a nice fellow, yes. Now, click. Next slide. Phileap, this is a snake.
Man, should I roll another?
I think depending on what the image is, it's up to you on wisdom save rolls.
Yeah, I mean, I guess this kind of depends. Like, is this like a actual spooky looking snake, or is this like a snake that looks a lot like Mac? Like, what does the snake look like?
That is an excellent point. This is a distinctly un-Mac-like snake.
Ah.
This is fangs.
Oh boy. Teefers. Excellent. Yeah.
Mac is a fuzzy noodle. This is not.
I think that will require a roll then. Oh, that's... Oh, wow. I rolled the frog dice without thinking, and I got like a 16, so I'll take it. Like...
My god. Phileap has been bolstered.
Yeah.
It's like...
I also want to say, like, partially maybe because of, like, Mac, like, or other, like... Well, he's a frog. Like, he's hung out with amphibians and reptiles. Like, that doesn't, like... That's not probably a very strong fear for him, if it is one. Like, the teeth are not helping, but...
Nice. Alright.
That is bad.
Nice, good. You had a bit of startle, but you reined it in nice. Granted, I don't know how afraid you actually are of snakes, but cover your bases, many people are.
Yeah, I mean, I think, like, ever since Beck moved in, like, it's hard to be scared of snakes when when a snake is your roommate, you know?
Snowmate.
Yeah, snowmate.
Click next, dog. Big dog. Dog that, in fact, resembles somewhat
Oh, boy.
Big boy Leon that you guys ran into.
Yeah, that is going to require a roll.
Oof.
Ooh.
That tracks. Ooh.
Yeah, it's like, what's up? Is, like, Abigail sitting next to him?
I think Abigail's still, like, kind of at the front of the class, just sort of beside the board.
Cool. I think he just stumbles backwards then, limbs flailing.
Understandable reaction. He had a recent experience, and that is one bad pooch. Nasty dog. Bad dog.
That is a very bad puppy.
Whole family, I swear, a lot of them are rotten.
Jackie is the only valid one in that whole family. Oh.
Yes.
Actually,
Only
wait,
valid.
do I?
Hmm?
I'm trying to remember, like, do we know about, like, Cabbage Grandpa? If, like, how he's related to the family?
That's a good question.
It's been so long, I can't remember.
The singular good dog, my god, but also that dog isn't built like a tank.
Yeah, he's not built like a tank and full of teefers. Terrifying teefers.
Bard dog versus barbarian and fighter dogs.
Oh, yeah.
So, no, wouldn't know.
Well just pointed out, probably not. It's like, yeah, Jackie's the only valid member of the family, so...
Not to exactly engender or encourage a discrimination against Barkin types, but yes.
It's not discrimination against Barkins, it's just discrimination against the awful, terrible people who hurt Jackie and, like, tried to hurt them again. It just makes me so mad.
You know what? Good. Swing stick to point at Phileap. Mad is better than scared. Get angry. Get mad.
Like now?
I mean, you don't need to enter rage, but I'm just saying. being able to get angry at something rather than outright terrified of it. Both can exist at the same time. Heavens knows I know that. But rather than being outright terrified, having that mix, better than nothing. You're right. The mobiles have been terrible to your friend and my kid. And they are mighty a sight terrifying to look at. But anger can unstick you from that terror. So you hold on to that.
Huh. I guess that's true. When and he gives Abigail a guilty look, like, when I thought you had, hurt Jackie, I was plenty scared, but, well...
But you came at me.
I was also plenty angry, too.
Exactly. Grinning. Exactly. You came at me to spite. Now that's the kind of spite I want to see. This actually should have been a slide earlier, but courage is not also absence of fear. It's acting despite of it. So anger can help lend that. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it does.
Good show. All right. Click, slide changes. There is now a clown.
Yeah. God, this is me trying to remember, like, what I listed, like, Phileap's phobias as. I don't think clowns were on there, actually.
I'm going to gently correct you because I did look at Phileap's posted list of phobias. Clowns are on there.
Oh, it was? Oh, dang! Thank you for doing that, because I completely forgot.
I did my research.
Okay, excellent. Well, let me see. I will roll the dice bot. Well, that's an 8.
Clowns, man.
The man is clowned.
Don't blame me for that one myself.
Why?
Well, I don't blame you for that myself. And Abigail actually gives a light shudder herself. All that makeup, what are they hiding under there?
I don't know. That's why their shoes are so big. They're full of secrets.
You get it. That's exactly it, yes. No one else pays attention to the shoes. Most suspicious part of the design.
Exactly. He's staring at the shoes like they are about to menace him personally.
Apple actually...
No one with that big a shoe could be trusted.
I'm gonna say it, fuck. Well, you know what they say about big feet.
Oh my...
Full of secrets.
God.
Tap stick against the shoe.
Terrible. I love it.
Awful.
Oh my god. Awful. I loved it. Oh god. I think Phileap actually makes the you know, Kermit the Frog's like kind of scrunched up, like,
yes, the
disgusted
scrunch face. Yes.
Yes, scrunch face.
Excellent. All right. Last one. Mr. Poisson-Darte, are you ready for the most horrifying image of this side of the earth in all of story? Are you ready?
He gulps. As I'll ever be.
I need more oomph out of that. Are you ready?
Yes.
No, again. Are you ready?
Yes. I think he squares his shoulders, takes a deep breath, and he nods. Yes, I'm ready.
There we go. That's what we like to see. Click. Image of a rubber ducky.
Okay. All right, let me just.
How's he doing?
Let me see. Well, it's better.
Making a face.
Yeah, he's definitely making a face, like, duh. But I don't think he flinches back as much. Like, God, I hate those things.
I thought you might. There's another click. The image doesn't change, but there's like an added hand-drawn drawing now of Phileap can tell this is apparently supposed to be Mar making an angry face, and there's stink lines coming off her.
Oh, I think he snorts with laughter. You needed to add a bit more stick lines.
We can do that.
Witch's hat and a broom.
We can add that drawing. The slide's right here. She's actually gonna pluck it out of the like real thing. Just like you're the one who apparently worked under her. You know, add your professional opinion. Here's a pen.
Think Phileap grins and like he definitely adds more stink lines and is like, God, I think he also adds like an eye patch and a mustache, like, you know, stereotypical like defacing photographs things. There's also like a blackout marker for like a tooth that's missing.
It's a very good drawing by the end.
Yes.
She's gonna motion for him to
kinda
pop
laughing.
it back in so that it can like be blown to big size in all its glory.
Not bad.
Yeah, see, there you go. Now, that does conclude the theory portion, and it's going to be a final click. Image goes down, hops over, turns back up the lights. Admittedly, we did this a bit out of order. I was going to run you the theory first, then put you through a bit of running around. I think at this point we can save the arm cruncher for later, but that's another day.
That's... Yeah, I think I've gone through enough cardio for the day, and he, like, looks at his kind of jello-y legs.
Yeah, you are a wizard. Can't do you too much none.
Yeah.
But this was good stuff. Good work. You did do good. We can definitely toughen you up a bit, and you're already well on the way. And the doors do unlock.
Please roll another insight.
Absolutely. $12. She's not like looking directly at as she does that, so it's more he's kind of in peripheral vision.
I would say because you've been, like, cueing in onto what this frog is like, do it at advantage, because, like, I want you to get this.
Come on, dice. Come on, dice.
No! 12 it is. Oh man, he just kind of looks kind of bewildered because at Abigail's reaction, and I don't think you can understand what he's bewildered at. And like,
She can make some guesses
looks-
and assumptions, but she's probably not on the money with that roll.
no, probably not. I mean, unless she wants to ask, like,
Does she want to be nosy? I mean, yeah, she'd kind of just sort of be like, But I'm not locking you in here until you walk out of here with swole arms. The lock was honestly more just to make sure you actually stayed kaputs long enough to even read through the first slide.
Well, I mean, that's not what I'm not, I mean, I'm glad you didn't lock the door, but is that it?
I mean, as I said, I did prepare, like, the arm cruncher, but I figure that's enough for today. But otherwise...
The arm cruncher?
Yeah, the arm cruncher. How do you think I got these guns? Abigail does flex, like, her arms, which are wide, but it seems to be a bit more of a design aspect than strictly muscle. And also, she's like 2D at various points. Is that what she means by arm cruncher?
Miss Atricilla. Man. Phileap is not at this place emotionally, but also Miss Atricilla is going to kill me.
Miss who?
Oh no, that was internal. Like, he didn't say that out loud. That was just for the meme.
Cool.
That was just for the SpongeBob meme.
Flexes guns, winks.
That's not what I mean. I have questions about the arm cruncher, and I will definitely want to ask them later, but are you... Huh. I don't know. I don't understand you, Captain, sir, with all due respect. I mean, I appreciate it, but it's like, I just don't get why.
Head kind of ticks to the side as she actually appears to, like, think this over. It seems like she's trying to find a way to word this that, like, Phileap will accept.
Yeah.
Jackie cares about you, and you care about Jackie. And you don't see it yourself yet, or maybe you're beginning to, but you got guts. You got heart, and you got potential. So if I can help that, you know, schmooze that along in any way, then I'd be happy to. Because, like, yes, some trial by fire by monkey can do it, but no. Something to be said for a little constructive tough love.
I'm just gonna roll another insight.
Oh, nat 20.
I mean, I just wanted to, like, Phileap to find out, like, how genuine, like, Captain Abbigull was being.
I mean, with a nat 20, that's pretty goddamn genuine. And I think with a nat 20, Phileap's actually going to get something fun.
Oh? I'm going to get a fun thing?
You are. Phileap is picking up, actually, it's not quite nervousness from the Admiral, but an unease with herself. There's a hesitancy that Phileap has never goddamn picked up from this bird. Almost a sense like she entered this feeling like she might fuck it up, but went through with it anyway. She was, you could call that, she was scared. She was nervous.
Oh. Oh, man. I think, Phileap's eyes, widen a bit. And he's just kind of like had a realization, an epiphany of sorts, like, oh. you're scared too. And I think he does say that part aloud, like, oh, you were scared too. I didn't. And I think he just immediately covers his mouth, like, oh, I'm sorry. That was, Captain, that was rude. I apologize.
Now you're allowed to say it. You ain't even wrong. I have tried to help people in the past, or be someone of help, or someone people could turn to, and quite frankly, it has not always gone well at all. But I've still got to try.
Well, for what it's worth, I do feel better about some things. I mean, everything is still kind of terrifying all the time, but
When you're a squishy wizard, I feel like that's maybe part of the course.
yeah, I think you're right.
I wouldn't know. I've got hit
I-
points for days, but
I like Phileap, like with his experience with Abigail, just kind of looks at her doubtfully, like he's not going to say anything. But considering how which I was like when they met recently, she wasn't exactly in the best health.
extenuating circumstances, flaps a wing.
If you say so, Captain.
I do say so. I'm not old, but I'm not out yet.
Oh, I don't know. I that's not what I meant. Like, I mean, old people are like, not that you're old. I mean, I just mean that you are tough, and age has nothing to do with it.
Damn right. But the fact remains, I am no spring chicken at this point. It's no harm in saying that. I'm glad that this has possibly been of some help to you then. Now, if you're interested, you ever done friendly sparring? Whole other point of exposure therapy is, again, if you do stuff when it's low to no stakes, prepares you for when it's actually happening. You seem awful concerned with fighting people or being in fights. Doesn't have to be with me, but if you want to try going for friendly sparring, that could be a thing that also helps you with that.
Do you want to roll another insight?
Absolutely. Nat 20 right back at you, bitch.
Oh man, there's kind of like he's definitely a lot better now that they've talked about it. But at the mention of sparring, even like friendly, like he kind of flinches again. And I think, this is well, you've dealt with you. Jackie is a child who has dealt with trauma. You recognize
That's a trauma.
maybe some trauma triggers when you see them.
Yeah. At this point, Abigail really, really does. Between Jackie, between some other people, this kind of stuff hasn't worked out for, like Bilge Rat.
Maybe not sparring. Thank you though, Captain.
Certainly, not sparring. Remember, know your limits.
Yeah.
If sparring isn't going to help you, then don't do it.
Yeah, my limits. He kind of looks down, and I think with that nat 20, he doesn't like. You can kind of gather like the sparring trauma like has kind of resulted in him like having not only like zero to no confidence in his fighting abilities, but also like you might have touched upon like a nerve. You might have touched upon like a reason as to why he'd rather run away.
Abigail, between all these insights in this whole FPS, is she has gathered dots. She's definitely starting to connect some.
Yeah, you've connected some dots, I would think. Or starting to, at least.
Not gonna make you fight. That's not what this is about. This is about building you up, not breaking you down.
Man, and again, with the nat 20, like, I thought that, like, based on, like, his reactions before, he's surprised, like, pleasantly surprised that you're backing down. Like, he was not expecting, like, he was expecting, like, the training from hell, and, like, with, like, you know, no limits, no hesitation. No, you're backing down and respecting what he has to say. That's, huh.
That's not his experience.
No, it is not. You really mean that, don't you?
I
That
do.
you'll... Huh. You're, Captain? I don't think I've ever met anyone like you. But I'm glad I did.
I will take that as a compliment.
Yeah, that probably was a weird thing to say, but it was meant to be a compliment. Sorry. And he's
Of course.
kind of sweating and blushing a bit.
Of course. Now, as I said, lesson is over. That's all I got for you at the moment. Maybe later some more. Maybe as I think of it, but you're now free to go about your day as you were.
Oh. Well, God, and I don't know, like, how late it is for them. Like, if it's near the end of the day, like.
I feel
What were
like,
you gonna
yeah,
say?
this kind of went on through the afternoon. It's probably like
Oh,
getting
yeah.
around like mealtime, dinner time.
Yeah. I think Phileap's gonna nod and kind of stop and is like, Captain, have you eaten yet?
Yeah, I've eaten. Roll insight.
Oh, I wondered with that long pause. Oh, with his -1. Oh, wrong one. I'm so used to Dicebot.
My God. This bird lion, she ain't eaten dinner. She might not have eaten lunch. Has she eaten it all today?
Captain, have you eaten at anything today?
It's been a bit busy, alright? I picked up a cracker. It's all good. When you get to be my age, your appetite isn't what it used to be anyway. Busy, busy, busy.
Oh. He puts a hand to his chest. He looks a little offended, like a cracker.
What can I say? I'm stereotypical. Polly want a cracker. What do you want from me?
Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, no. This explains a bit, actually. I always make poor decisions when I don't forget to eat. Come on, Captain. I'm making you food. You gotta eat food. No one I know knows how to take care of themselves. What is it? Like, self-care is important. He's just, like, kind of mumbling to himself as he's, like, walking towards the kitchen.
Abigail is just kind of like bemused and then going to start to follow him. She's not going to stop this. She's bemused, but as he makes it clear he's heading towards like the ship's galley, the kitchen, she's actually starting to grin to her. It's like, oh ho ho, in her mind, getting presumptuous enough to use the facilities here. Oh, perfect. That's good. Yeah. We're going to encourage this. Be presumptuous.
Yes.
Get in
Yes.
there. Assert yourself.
Tap into the caretaker instincts.
She
Like,
is.
okay, okay. Do you have any food allergies? Anything I need to know about?
Me? No, fit as a fiddle. I'll eat whatever you got.
I think he's gonna like give Abigail a look, and from that like, from that 19, like, is that the truth? Like, or is
That is the truth of like a +2 constitution and genuinely Phileap, look at me. This is a seagull. She will eat anything.
you know what? You're right.
She will, in fact,
It's
if
like,
you're not careful, harass you while you are doing the making.
oh my god. It's like, yeah, no, we're okay. Well, I don't want to. Normally, I would just go stick with like roach muffins. I can make a batch pretty quick, but nah, you haven't eaten anything all day. We need something with a bit more sustenance. Gumbo. We're doing gumbo. Do you like fish? We're making fish. And he's just like getting the pot and is like, I can't believe no one on the ship knows how to take care of themselves. First it was Mac, and then Luke, and then it was Turp, and Turp lives in a stinking cupboard, for heaven's sake, still. You are Abigail. The captain is supposed to be the adult here. Why is she not? Ah! And he's like just muttering to himself. It's like no one he knows notice how to do self-care. Why?
Dad mode engage.
Dad mode engaged.
Abigail's just gonna sit back and watch him go. Amused.
Good. Yeah. So yeah, he's just like walking around the kitchen like he owns the place, grabbing like vegetables, grabbing like stock. He's probably given her like an apple and like some cheese to snack on while the gumbo cooks, because gumbo takes a while to simmer. So
She'll take that with like a sort of good-natured grumble and chomp down. Guy's in charge. He runs this place now.
yeah. Man. And yeah, he's just like in dad mode cooking, and I think it's like only until like the gumbo is starting to simmer and all he has to do is wait that he sits down and realize what he's done. He's like, he freezes staring at Abigail's like, oh god, this is your kitchen. I'm sorry. That was
Abigail grins. Ain't my kitchen. It's the cook's kitchen.
oh god, I need to apologize to your cook.
You do not. It is specifically their day off, even.
Oh.
And as for cleanup, we have a rule in this ship that the cook does not do their own dishes. That's a Decky problem now.
Well, if it's Jackie doing it, they probably will just. Wait, did you say Jackie or Decky?
Decky, like a deckhand.
Okay, I was gonna say if it's a Jackie problem, they're just gonna eat the dishes. Like,
Yeah.
well, I mean, I hate to leave them with a mess, but I suppose I did make enough for everybody.
You know what? You made up for him, but here's the thing. We'll eat, and then I'll let you in on a little trick of mine up my sleeve for this sort of problem.
Oh. What kind of trick?
Any dishes that need cleaning up right now?
I think he looks, and there's probably like something in there.
Small mountain.
I guess. Yeah. Yeah, a small mountain from the dishes from breakfast, like the people who actually ate.
Yeah. That's the trouble with like shore leave days. There isn't like a dedicated cleanup crew, but Abigail's just gonna waddle over. It's like, all right, now watch this. She's gonna reach into Hammer's face.
Okay.
Switch back to the dice channel, please. Excellent. She pulls out her gun.
What? What?
And she takes aim at the pile of dishes. Bang, bang, bang. And those dishes have a few holes in them, but they're sparkling clean. Abigail bought the kitchen done, and the dirt is gone.
Oh my god.
I finally got a chance to use it.
Amazing. I didn't even know that was a thing.
I'm so glad I remembered that was a thing.
Oh.
Bang, bang,
This is
bang.
wonderful.
And your kitchen is sparkling.
I think Phileap is just gonna stare, open-mouthed. And he's like, you know what? This might as well happen. Today's already been so weird. It's not my kitchen, not my problem.
That's
My kitchen,
spirit.
not my problem.
Abel's gonna, like, spin the gun on her finger and, like, you know, do the thing where you spin around and, like, blow the smoke off.
Nice. Cowboy vibes.
Cowboy vibes. Which is a very funny thing for her to be doing after she got, like, fucking shot and nearly died from a gun wound, but...
Yeah, sure is. Oh my god.
Just winks and slips it back in Hammer's face. It's covered.
Sure. He's just kind of like, I think he actually laughs a little bit. It's like, this is the weirdest thing that's ever happened to me. How are we gonna eat off of those plates now? There are all holes in them.
Check this out. Abigail casts mending. Good as new.
Oh, yes. I think Phileap blinks and actually laughs again. It's like, you know what? That works. That works. I'll take it.
Oh. Do you think then it's like a fade out on them chowing down on gumbo?
Oh, yeah. Oh, before you do,
Uh-huh.
would you want to roll a con save?
Oh, I would love to roll a con save. Oh, it's spicy, isn't it? Yes.
Is spicy.
Bayou gumbo.
It's Bayou gumbo.
What is your con save? It's +2. Let's find out. Does this bird can do a spice?
Does bird do spice?
11?
Hmm.
That is not abysmal, for sure. But I think
No,
she's
it's not
also not
abysmal.
one for doing spicy food in general. This is
No,
different.
probably not.
Different. She's gonna roll a performance.
Yeah.
Good eating. There's a bit of tearing going on, but she's only got the one eye. If she turns her face so that the X'd out eye is to Phileap, she can totally pretend that this is not doing something.
It's not destroying her old insides.
It's not like eating a hole through her. This is good. This is fine.
Like, oh, you like it? It's an old recipe. And he's like saying this between mouthfuls of like shrimp. Like he's just chowing down. He's fine.
I admit I wouldn't have taken you for a big spice, but hey, I do like me seafood.
Sure. He's like pouring you another bowl.
Abigail is going to soldier through and eat because it's not bad. It is distinctly not bad. It's like, it's good. It's at the point of spicy where flavor doesn't come through. It's just spice.
Yep.
Completely
I think,
edible,
like-
even good, but flavors.
No, yeah, it's like
a bit-
kind of the thing where you have to like eat bread or something in between each bite.
I think
get the- to
Abigail
get the
does
taste.
very casually get up and go like get a banana. Casually.
Oh, good. I think Phileap's not going to question it. Like, good, get some potassium in. You haven't eaten all day. You need to get all the vitamins you can. Man,
Man.
I think that's a good place to end it. Like,
The camera like fades out to black and there's just like 2 final gunshots of the final dish being cleared. And that's how we end it.
yes. Oh. Oh, that's good.
Oh man, this went in directions I did not expect it to, but fantastic.
Yeah. I Neither did I, but it's great.
Uh, man,
Like,
thank you so much, Deedee, for letting me constructively menace your frog.
thank you for running this. I love how you menace this frog. It's really good.
Man, alright, I'm gonna end my recording. Good night, everyone.
Good night.